Hey guys, so it's been a while. If you've been watching the Kennybeats battle, I participated in the semifinal and got into the top 8, which means I'll be at Glitchcon this Saturday at 3 if you want to watch me make something. But yeah, I just wanted to break this beat down for you guys quickly and show you how I made it. So first, let's listen to the sample.
Israel was in Egypt land. Left my people go.
So what I did first was I wanted to make this little intro, and so I just took this, made sure it was on beat, and cut out the low end, and this is what it sounds like.
Israel was in.
So for this next part, I wanted to take a part of the sample and make it almost like a percussion element. So I started with another bit of the sample, in which I applied beat warping to make it choppier, as well as pitched it down by an octave. And after using RC20 and vintage verb, this is what it sounds like. So for the next part of the sample, I resampled just one vocal one shot. This is what it sounds like with the effects on. To achieve this, I added a tuner to make sure it was in the key that I wanted, a flanger, RC20 of course, multiband dynamics to cut some of the mids and boost some of the highs, an 8th note delay, and a side chain. This is what it sounds like overall with my pattern. So the key here is especially these sections that my notes are not quantized, they're actually pushed forward a bit, as well as for these sections here, you can see I applied the same thing. Finally, I took this specific part of the sample, which was a little bit of a drum fill, and chopped it, pitched it down to end up with this. So this is what all of the sample usage sounds like.
Israel was in.
So next are the drums. So the drums are the thing I spent the most time on for sure. So let's listen to them all at once. What I started off with was actually just this loop. And so I thought the pattern was interesting, but I wanted to change it up a bit. So I just chopped it up. And added a side chain. So next I added the kick, in which I just used a simple kick. And it's sort of like 4 on the floor, but I missed the 2 beat. And I did this on purpose in order to create some sort of uncertainty in the beat, as well as adding these accented shorter notes that are pushed forward. And this leads to some interesting patterns like this one. So next I took this full drum break, and then I added a side chain, cut some of the lows, but not all of them. I kind of like the kick transient near the end, and this is what it sounds like. So now I had that as a repeating motif, as well as it being delayed gives a lot of swing to the track. So next I just have a simple clap, and that's pulled back a little bit. And to accentuate that clap, I have this one shot right before the clap in order to bring more energy. And so this is what they all sound like together. So of course I added a few fills here and there to accentuate it, as well as some white noise and some open hats. Finally, I took this sample from a Louis Vuitton kit and chopped it up to my liking. And I purposely kept it quite choppy because I liked the sound of it. And finally, I added this fill on top of the kick and the hat. So for the bass, I played this on my OP1 in just a specific pattern that I liked and thought would fit. So after this, I put on the bass rack, which I explained in one of my previous videos, as well as EQ'd out some of the subby low ends. So underneath that is just a simple 808 with nothing but a little bit of sidechain, which is a cardinal sin, but whatever, it works. So this is what the 808 sounds like. So this is what they both sound like layered together. So in this middle section, I just low passed it to give the top end a little more room. And then for the second section, I re-recorded the bass using a different sound on my OP1. And this is what it sounded like originally. But what I did was chop it on an offbeat. It was sort of accidental, but when I heard it, I knew I wanted to keep it. And this is what it sounds like. And finally, as a homage to Kenny, I added a sample in which he speculated that I would not participate.
Do y'all think that everybody who won is going to compete? You think anyone's going to be too cool? I could see Memblem being like, I'm past that.
And this is what it sounds like in the context of the track.
I could see Memblem being like, I'm past that.
So that's pretty much it. Of course, this is only a fraction of the actual time that I spent on it. A lot of ideas I had that didn't fall through. I cut a lot of stuff. I added a lot of stuff. But this is the final product, and I hope you enjoy it. You can check it out on SoundCloud right now in the description.
I
could see Memblem being like, I'm past that.